And boys and girls, to the finale of Let's Stream Assassin's Creed Rogue Remastered. In the last one, we went around and recovered what we could from the data files, audio logs that can be found scattered across Abstergo Entertainment. Now, with Agent DaCosta telling us that nothing will be the same after we're finished here, we jump in to finish our journey with Shay Patrick Cormac.
The Royal Palace at Versailles, Louis XVI and Marie Antoinette in residence.
Such decadence.
Good luck, numbskull.
Ah, Shay. You certainly look prepared to meet royalty. Perhaps King Louis himself will grant you an audience.
I doubt even these breaches will get me into the king's chambers. Besides, I'm only here to see a business acquaintance.
Yes, I heard a group of merchants would be here today. They might come see my scientific demonstration later.
They really should. They might learn something, though I wouldn't count on their being present. I take my leave. Thank you again, Master Franklin. Now to find Charles and that damned box.
We've been 1776. Connor Kenway is an assassin trained and true. And our man Shay has been traveling the world looking for someone named Charles and the precursor box. Okay.
That's him. Charles Dorian.
Charles Dorian. Well, we'd better get going. Okay, we're in. Versailles. How many years has Shay fought against the French? And for what? He finds himself, much like his order, borderless. A shadow in society.
Did you see their faces when we stole those apples?
I'm Arno.
Elise.
I'm here with my father.
So am I. He has important business with the king.
What should we do now?
Children. Innocent. A secret meeting.
Gentlemen, I'll protect this artifact with my very life. Arno? Where have you gone? You're the traitor.
I'm just finishing old business.
Old Connor and his assassins. The American Revolution undid your Templar business.
And perhaps we shall start a revolution of our own. Uphold the principles of our order, and all that for which we stand. Never share our secrets, nor divulge the true nature of our work. Do so until death, whatever the cost. This is my new creed. I am Shay Patrick Cormac, Templar of the Colonial, of the American right. I am an older man now, and perhaps wiser. A war and a revolution have ended, and another is about to begin. May the Father of Understanding guide us all.
There we go. Not even 10 minutes into the video. Oh. But fantastic game. One of my favorites, really. And really, we never see Shay again. It's really strange. But fantastic cast, great story. Really, it ties in Assassin's Creed 3 with the new direction.
It's my pleasure and privilege to welcome you up here today.
Gotta hand it to you, numbskull. You proved yourself to be more than a simple research monkey.
The data you extracted from Shay Cormac's memories has served us well. Shay's story is a message. One that says that when threatened, what an assassin truly wants isn't freedom, but order.
And we represent the highest order there is.
Whatever you learn from your Animus experience only scratches the surface. We have existed since before recorded human history, and have recently been reborn, disguised as Abstergo Industries.
And entertainment.
You have crossed the threshold, and your eyes have been opened. You have seen the world for what it truly is.
There's no turning back now. We got big plans for you.
The Father of Understanding guided you to us, and for that, we are grateful. The test of your true worth begins now. And it begins with a choice.
Join us, and a bright future will be all yours.
Refuse.
I mean, they got me there. I would have joined. There's the Creed theme. Really, it's Ezio's family, but it's synonymous with this franchise by now. Oh, yes. But that does bring our time with Assassin's Creed Rogue to an end. I'm going to let the credits play out and kind of just talk a bit about what's going on next. As is tradition, whenever we finish a game in a series, I always like to record the first episode of the next game as a way to kick it off. Now, I've been recording for several hours straight now. So, the first episode won't be anything intense, like very long, but it'll go about an hour. And then I'll probably call it for the day. That's an entire Saturday at the time of recording. But yes, in our next story, we will be going through Assassin's Creed Unity. A very controversial part of the franchise, because its launch was so very memorable. Technical difficulties marred the launch of this game. It was the first Assassin's Creed to be exclusively on a next generation console, however. And for what it was trying to do, it was absolutely ambitious. We will be following that little boy, Arno Victor Dorian, as he will inevitably be pulled into this decades, generational shadow war. But, much like our time with Connor and our time with Shay, seeing characters like Haytham, George Monroe, not everything is as it seems. And no one views the Assassin Templar War struggle quite the same. And I think that Unity does a great job of showing the conflict from a new perspective. Even though, yes, we will be donning the hood and the blade once more on the side of the assassins. This also ends the Abstergo Entertainment arc of the modern day storyline. We will not be returning to our job as a game developer for Abstergo. Instead, we now journey into a two-part arc for the modern day known as the Initiates, which is being spearheaded, as we've learned, by Sean and Rebecca, as they continue to become more and more valuable to the Assassin Brotherhood. We still don't know where William is, and there are, it seems like, fewer and fewer assassins every time we boot up a new game. The Templars are certainly holding most of the cards, as William said in Assassin's Creed 3. But it's unfortunate, at the time of this recording, there is not another opportunity to see Templar perspective. And likely there will not be. I wish that they would get a sort of Assassin's Creed Templar Order like spin-off thing going. Hopefully, as their Infinity project continues to go on, more and more effort will be put into such experiences. And as far as this version of the game that we've been playing through is actually known as the remastered version. Came out in 2018. Fantastic edition. It included quality of life fixes, graphical fidelity upgrades, as well as several cosmetic add-ons that were not launched with the game, including outfits for several future protagonists, not only being Arno, but Jacob Fry, Alexios, as well for, I believe it was Assassin's Creed 3 Remastered. There is no campaign DLC for this game, so we will be heading straight into Unity, where we will be spending quite a lot of time. Unity is a big game, and we will then also be doing Dead Kings, its expansion on that. But I'm very excited to have put another check mark next to a game in this marathon. I'm hoping that it doesn't take us quite as long as I'm thinking. I originally wanted to complete this in the year of 2022, but here we are leaking into the middle of April of 2023, and we saw so many of the larger games to go. I'm considering adding on the Assassin's Creed Chronicles games as well. I'm not sure really, because this is a marathon of the mainline franchise, and I'm not entirely sure how much of the greater lore will be unlocked through going through those games. I've never played them. I own them, but I've never finished them. But if I do that, I will probably do that either between the transition point between Syndicate and Origins. I think that would be a very good transition point if I do that. If not, then we're going to be going Assassin's Creed Unity and Dead Kings, Assassin's Creed Syndicate with Jack the Ripper, and then into Origins with the Curse of the Pharaohs and the Hidden Ones DLC. From there, we will go into Assassin's Creed Odyssey, where we will also be doing the Fate of Atlantis DLC chapters 1 through 3, as well as I believe it's 3 or 4 episodes of the Legacy of the First Blade. I don't know whether I'll be doing an Alexios or a Cassandra playthrough or not. Just not sure. I usually always go Alexios. I've never tried Cassandra, so maybe. And then, as we go into Valhalla, we will embody, of course, Eivor, Varen's son, Varen's daughter. The female Eivor is canon, of course. But, yeah. Then there would be nothing to do but to play Assassin's Creed Mirage when it comes out. Rumored to be coming out this October, however, we're assuming that it's probably going to be delayed into 2024. That's where the Let's 100% Assassin's Creed series will go through. We're in the middle of Assassin's Creed 1 right now, trying to get all the flags and Templars. We're trying our best to find all those. Once we do that, I believe we have a few missions in Assassin's Creed 2. Then we'll 100% the synchronization of Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, Revelations, 3, 4, Rogue. And then hopefully, as we continue on with that, the to-do list will become a little bit more clear with the games that we've yet to play. We've mostly completed Assassin's Creed. Oh, and I can't forget, we'll go back to Freedom Cry as well. And the Tyranny of King Washington. Yes, because we've got to 100% all of these if it's going to be a challenge run, a challenge series. I believe we should be getting pretty close to the end here. You see, I'd like to let the credits go ahead and roll just in case there's anything that I'm not remembering. Um, because when we come back through on our 100% run, I don't want to have to sit through this again, just because I wasn't patient enough when we recorded the finale. But again, here we are, um, just with the absolute privilege to have some more of Ubisoft's fine soundtrack work. Something that you all might not know about me, I was a musician for very many years. Um, as I went through my um, education as a young man, um, orchestra and marching bands. Yeah, I was a band kid. Can you tell? Can you tell? Yes. Um, but I always had a deep fascination and an appreciation for just the complexities that a good musical score. They don't always have to be so complex, but I do enjoy a very well layered production. I would just take this track right here that we're listening to. I'm not entirely sure what the name is, forgive me, but you've got your percussion, your woodwinds, your strings, and your vocals as well. And not only are they all playing similarly in time and what have you, but they're also approaching it at several different paces, which I enjoy. And I'm very far removed from being a performer as far as music goes. It's been entirely too long. I've probably lost any kind of talent that I ever had playing a trumpet, but there we go. If you don't use it, you'll lose it. I wonder if they use some of their actual employees as recipients of those kind of cringy emails. DNA team. Oh, I could have hit skip that whole time. Wow. Well, I feel foolish. But we've been kicked back out into Fort Arsenal. Still, it was good to be able to just kind of chill out and talk for a little bit. We do have. We will return to Shay. What a handsome man. We will be returning to our favorite Templar in the future because our journey with him is not quite yet done. As we return to Shay, we do have to finish the ending of the 7 Years War Naval Campaign. And look at that. So much money. I believe we're in the last section of it now. Portrait of Ahmad bin Said al-Busaidi, Sultan of Oman. Look at that. 27 out of 33 completed missions. Yes, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. 6 more. Oh, Mombasa. So, one of our agents at the East India Company, office in Calcutta, has a document for us. Send a ship to retrieve it. Of course we will. Which will be the Intrepidity. The Intrepid. And the next time that we will check on that will be when we arrive for our 100% series. Oh. Fort Arsenal. What a cozy little place. Well, that will conclude this series. I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in and watching Shay's story as it unfolded. I'm really glad that we ended up unlocking the James Gunn armor for the last little bit of the story. I think it just makes him look absolutely unstoppable and heroic. If he would have walked into Versailles like this, well, number one, he would have never been able to pull it off. It's way too just loud. But yes, this is also the last game in which I will be able to spastically flick my hidden blades at will. Sad times as we turn away from the Kenway saga. And the next time we join an assassin, we will be in France. So, without further ado, I bid you a fine farewell to Shay, our business in the colonies, and our dear Morgan. Until next time, keep telling stories.